Hello everyone, welcome to a Watchful Penguin tutorial. I'm Dustin Southworth and today I'm going to be showing you Open Broadcaster Software, or OBS for short. It is a free open source program to either screen capture or to live broadcast to systems such as Twitch TV, even live streams for YouTube or various other systems. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the settings to set up before you start, and then how to add a scene and add windows into your scene. So we're gonna start by going through the settings, and I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I don't change a whole lot of the settings. For the most part, they're all set up pretty well. Uh, there's the general basic ones that kind of language and that kind of stuff. Encoding I never really messed with. You can change some of these, what audio encoding you want, that kind of stuff. Now, broadcaster settings is one of the important ones. You start off with choosing your mode. That's whether you want to live stream, which is the part where you're going to Twitch or YouTube or various other sites, or you can do the file output, which is just saving it to your hard drive. And you can change the settings to where that goes in another settings area. The second part is to choose which service you want to use. I've got it set to Twitch or Justin.tv right now. There are various others, like I said, YouTube, Hitbox, ConnectCast, those kind of things. You can set all those up. Then you can pick your server. You want to pick whatever's relatively close to you, not necessarily the closest one, but one that's going to be fast enough to stream to your service. The next thing you want to do is you have to get this stream key. I specifically have it from Twitch, and what you do there is you have to go to your account, log in, and go to your stream key, play path, whatever depending on your service, and get that key from them, and then you input it into this area right here, this box, and then it'll allow you to send whatever you're capturing here within OBS to your service. So that's a really important part. And then you can choose whether you want to auto reconnect, and then how long you want your timeouts to be, and that kind of thing, and the delay for when it restarts to connect. So those are some various things. You can for that saving the file path, you click this one right here, and then you choose where on your computer you want to save it to. You can change your hotkeys for starting and stopping the stream and starting and stopping recording. You can have those separate keys. Your video, it chooses whatever your video card is up here, and you can change it obviously if you have more than one video card. I assume somehow you can do it on an onboard CPU video card if you wanted to, if you had a good enough one on there. I did downscale my resolution to 960 by 540 simply because I have a slower connection, and that is better for making your video look better, because if I had it set at 1920 by 1280 per 1080 as an example, it wouldn't look very good because my internet connection is too slow to stream that high of quality video, so I have it set down. I have my downscaling on for that reason. Then you can change your frames per second, so if you're getting really bad latency, you can lower that. Audio, you can change where you're getting your audio from. I have it disabled right now because I'm using a separate program to record this. But I can choose my mic in at front panel, which is the recording device I have right here. That's where this is going. Or you can choose your webcam, which I have running right now. Obviously, the audio isn't as good if I'm running it off the webcam. Some of them can be, but for the most part, I try not to use the audio from the webcam. You have which ones you want to mute. If you want to push to talk, you can set that and then set your hotkeys for that. There's advanced settings that you can set up. I Again, don't touch these settings because I don't want to mess anything up too much. They have it pretty well set to the right settings, and then you can change your noise gate. You can activate that and then adjust these settings as well, which I don't have activated. So those are the settings you want to go through. Just take a look at those, and if you feel the need to change those up, go right ahead. I'm not going to show you what to set those at, except for, like I said, having a lower resolution if you have a slower connection. So right now I have my scene is set to Space Engineer. I have that set up already, and as you can see, you have all the different layers. I have the nameplate, which is this right here, where it says my name and my gamer tag. I have the top overlay, which is the Watchful Penguin, our website, and then I have my webcam, as you can see. And then on the bottom I have the game. So I want to make sure I have the game layer at the very bottom, because if I didn't, it would just cover up all those, the top overlay, the webcam, and the nameplate. So I can go ahead and turn that on. It's not going to capture anything right now, probably. I wouldn't imagine. I guess it will play my game that I have running in the background. I have Space Engineers running. And as you can see, the top overlay does cut it off a little bit, but you want to get your branding. When I'm in the game, there's nothing on the top, so that'll be fine. So I'm going to show you now how to set up this scene in OBS. So I go over here to Add Scene, and I can name it whatever I want. I'll go with GameX right now. So then I go to Sources and I right-click on that, Add, and I'm going to start with the game itself, because I want that to be the very bottom layer. So I will type in Space Engineers. You don't really have to. You can just put game or whatever, because you can adjust these to various other games. So right now it's not showing up in that section. So I want to go into my game and change up some of the settings. So when I'm first setting this up, for some reason, if you have it on full screen, it will not show up as a window, because I'm trying to capture the inner window, and therefore it won't show up properly. So I changed that setting under Options, and you'll have to do that in most games. There are probably a few games that will work with it, but Space Engineers is not one. So I'm going to switch back to OBS, and now I should be able to see that game. Yeah, Space Engineers is showing up. So I can change it to that. I can change capture mouse cursor, capture layered windows, that kind of stuff. If you want to, you can change those colors. And if it's missing any area, it'll fill in this whatever color you specify. So I go ahead and hit that, and now it's showing just the main screen right now. But if I jump back into the game and then get out of that and reopen OBS, actually, I guess I have to move that off to my second screen, and then it'll show up. It'll show the game Space Engineers. But then when I move it back into the screen, it will start capturing that. So I'm going to shut that off for right now. Then I'm going to add I'm going to add one of my images. So I'm going to go to Image. So I'm going to right click on that, go to Image, and I will put that as my top overlay. That was the part where I had the Watchful Penguin across the top. So I'm going to pick that, click on that, hit OK, and then it'll show up on the top of my screen. So that's what I wanted to do. What I did here was I made an image in the program called GIMP, which is another free program, and it is a photo editing software in the open source markets. And what I did was I made the Watchful Penguin part, and then I made everything else transparent, so that way it'll go through. So I'm going to add another image. I'm going to add that my nameplate. Hopefully I spelled it right. I go here to Dustin nameplate and click OK, and there it shows up. Next, I'm going to add the webcam. And what you're going to do for this is a little different. You're going to go to Video Capture Device. For some reason, OBS sets the webcam sees it as a video capture device. So click OK, and then it's a little bit different setting list. So you can see it's already selected the Logitech HD webcam. That's what I'm running. You can flip it vertically, horizontally, whatever you want to do. Interlacing. I don't really mess with this stuff too much. You can configure it, and it'll open up your software for your webcam. But I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK. And what it does is brings it up in this large setting. So I'm going to hit Edit Scene down here on the bottom, and it'll put that red line around it, and then I can change it to whatever size I want, and then I can move it around. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that right into place, and I can change any of my layers. I can move them around. I can move my name tag around. I could even move the top overlay if I wanted. So that's how you set up the scenes and sources, and that's all you really need to know to get going to start broadcasting your games. I've been Dustin Southworth with the Watchful Penguin, and we'll see you later.